Hi, my name is Wendy Patton, and my expertise is lease options and creative seller financing. What I'm going to share with you in this video is a question that was asked at one of my recent boot camps, and I'm sure you're going to want to know the answer for it.
Okay, the question was, if you're giving someone a lot more option credits, how does this impact the due on sale clause? Not at all. The due on sale clause is a clause that's in all mortgages, 99% of mortgages probably. I say all, but maybe it's not in everyone. But it's a clause that says that if you transfer any interest in that property, that the lender may or could call your note due in full. Well, that tends to be a very scary thing for some investors with regards to lease options or subject twos. Subject twos, you're getting the deed to that property, and you're leaving that mortgage in place, so you've definitely transferred an interest in the property. You've actually transferred the title to that property to another owner, and yet there's this mortgage in place that has this due on sale clause in it. Does that increase the chances of a due on sale clause? Well, the option credits have no bearing on that whatsoever. Options, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever heard of any type of option contracts that have ever been called due on sale with a lender. And I've been teaching all over the country, taught in Canada, teaching in the UK. I have students in many countries throughout the world, and I have never heard of that being triggered anywhere, but it's different in different countries also. As far as subject to, that is a much more blatant transfer of interest in the property, and you're probably going to be more likely to have it called due. However, I have heard of a very, maybe two, because I remember I brought this up in my classes before and said, how many of you have ever, had your subject to call due? And of course, no one raises their hand. But over the years, I've had about two people say, oh, I did once. Like, whoa. So it does happen. It's very rare, especially in today's market where there's a lot of foreclosures. When there's a lot of foreclosures and lenders are very busy foreclosing on properties that are what we call not performing, they're not paying. They don't even have time to foreclose on those types of properties. How would they have time to foreclose on one that is paying? And that's what you really got to be thinking about. The chances are so low. And if you do get a good enough deal from the very beginning, and again, remember, where do you get your deal? When you buy. So if you are getting a deal from the very beginning when you purchase that property, then even if that loan was called due and you had a subject to on it, what can you do with it? Well, you can either go refinance it yourself because you have enough equity in it and you're the owner. Or if you can't get a mortgage, then you could flip it to somebody else, an end buyer, or somebody else who can get a mortgage on that property. But there's always ways to do things. You can wholesale it. You could list it with a realtor. You could talk to the lender and try to work out something. But I don't want you to focus much effort, if any, more than just like what we just talked about on the due on sale clause. I want you to be focused on finding deals out there, structuring deals that are going to make you money and that are good from the very beginning. That's what you want to be focused on as a real estate investor.
To find out more about lease options, you can go to whyleaseoptions.com and get a special report, a free report, absolutely no charge to you, called The Top 5 Mistakes Most Lease Option Investors Make. I've been coaching investors with lease options for over 15 years now, and I'm going to share with you the top 5 mistakes most of them make if they don't have the right training and education. So you're going to want to go grab your free report so you don't make those mistakes. I wish you the best in your creative seller financing and lease option investing.